Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Great. Lion.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move but couldn't free much space. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. Down right around the 25. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Ajayi. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On the ball. 57.
Wentz to throw on second down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lefty, lefty.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. The 15 yards through the air and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ram.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On the ball. Rip.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Lion. Listen.
Throwing now is Wentz. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz to Ertz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Come on now, come on now, let's go.
Here's Ajayi. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Hang in there now, hang
So
in there
2
now.
1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They run with Ajayi. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Glover Quinn there on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Forward, coach, yo.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Riddick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. He hits Riddick underneath. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On second down, here's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
On the ball.
And they'll run it here. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Riddick. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Riddick with a carry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Stafford. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes it a 17-10 score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 66 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's Wentz to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot beforehand for Wentz. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Timmy Jernigan in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking downfield for Joe. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford forced out to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Christian Jones with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Stafford to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And out and out come the Eagles. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start out on the ground with a Jay. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Play action. Now Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll begin the drive with a J. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jonathan Hankins in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Detroit getting set to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, it's like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down. Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. That's a nice move by Ajayi, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go. 120.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On play action, it's Wentz. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wentz. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Wentz to throw on second down. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, empty.
Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They go back to Reddick, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.